Well, it's week 7 of the LCS with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined right now by Jensen after their big win against Cloud9. Now, Jensen, going into this weekend, this was supposed to be the battle for who is the undisputed first place. But then you guys fucked up and you lost. And so then now it's just back to another tie. I don't know. Is that really frustrating to you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really care about the result too much. I mean, it's nice to be first, of course, but I'm more care about like the development of the team, etc., like how we play. So I guess, I mean, that's more the frustrating part. Not really like too satisfied with how we're playing, but at least we're tied first
Yes.
again.
Well, you tweeted, I'm not sure how we won that game. Maybe you could add on to that a little bit in this interview. I mean, what are you unsure about?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought after how the early game went and when I lost the mid turret, it was just doomed. Especially like just looking at the team comps, I thought it would be really, really doomed just because I'm playing Syndra and we're heavy AP and they could just stack MR and then I would be completely useless. And I was set behind, so I was like, oh god, this is gonna be a rough one. Like it just felt really hard in game, but it seemed like their bot lane picks, what was it, Lux and
Yeah, it was very much like a blabber oriented field comp, right? So,
yeah, I think the bot lane picks just seemed pretty useless, and I guess that was why we won. And Core has some nice hooks, but yeah, it didn't really feel like a quality game to me. It just felt like both team played kind of sloppy, but we had some good plays and we won.
yeah. I mean, we are only a couple weeks out from playoffs. I feel like NA fans right now might be feeling a little doomed because it just everything feels so messy, right? Like this was supposed to be the match of the week and you feel like you should have lost it, but you won it anyway. I mean, that's not a great place for us to be in, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I'm not very happy about, I guess for me, the state of our team more so than just the region right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, I don't know. Didn't feel like a good game to me, at least. Felt hard to play, and I mean we got the win, right? So I should be happy about that. But it's hard for me to be positive about that.
Do you think that if because a lot of people are being very critical of C9's draft because they feel like they were kind of experimenting or playing something more unconventional. Do you wish that they had played something more conventional? Do you think you would have been better prepared and been able to play against that rather than this more sort of off the wall comp?
Uh, I don't know. I personally felt like if they just drafted like a normal AD carry and support pick, we would have lost that game just based on how the early game went. But yeah, like I said, their bot lane pick seemed pretty useless. Because I mean they got ahead mid, they got ahead jungle, they got ahead top lane. So that's why I felt like the game was doomed just based on how the early game went. But we somehow won.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So going forward, I think that you guys are probably going to be. It sounds like scrimming C9 a lot, because I found out from Sven yesterday that FlyQuest and TSM are no longer scrimming C9, and it's unsure on if it's on that side. Have you heard this as well?
Yeah, that's what I talked with Blabber a lot, and he told me they refused to scrim them. I mean, I didn't get the reason why, but yeah, it sounds really weird. Uh, but I mean, we definitely want to scrim C9 because they're. I mean, even though we won today, I don't think we won because we're like by far a better team. Maybe we can like arguably be a better team, right? But we definitely have a tough time against them in practice. So they're a good scrim partner for us to learn.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I was going to ask too. Are they a good scrim partner? Because I was talking to Sven, and Sven kind of hinted at the idea. He's like, "Oh, maybe they don't want to play us because we try more unconventional stuff or we pick weird stuff." Like, I know you can't really reveal like what the comps are or anything like that, but do you find that C9 takes scrims really seriously and they're playing stuff that are it's valuable and that you can learn from?
I mean, I haven't really seen the unconventional picks at all. I mean, I guess today was the unconventional pick, so
Yeah.
maybe that could be why. But I mean, just from playing against them, throughout the year, they're definitely like the best team to play against. I mean, the hardest team to play against, I guess, because I mean, they are the best team as well. But
Yeah.
I don't understand why they wouldn't scrim them. Like, if I had to take a guess, it's probably it may be because they lose too hard and they don't learn anything. I actually I
Yeah.
wouldn't know, but it sounds weird to me.
Now, I am also kind of curious how confident you feel in your first place position, because we did Hotline League this week and the discussion of TL kind of came up, and it's like, yeah, TL, at the time you were in the same situation you're in now, which is you're tied, but it's like it almost kind of feels like there's an asterisk, and that's not to say you don't deserve it because those wins are games that you won, but it doesn't really feel like you guys are confidently first or second place in the league right now. Do you feel as though you are?
Um, hmm. That's hard to say because I can definitely see why people feel that way. We don't have the same consistency and aggression as maybe C9, and I think a lot of our wins just comes off like individual outplays a lot. Like a lot of it comes down to like really good individual play that like wins us games. I mean, it's the same today, right, against C9. Like I think we pretty much only won because Core landed some good hooks, which resulted into Baron. So people like probably thinking about TL, like are they really like a good team? Because a lot of the times we do look very uncoordinated and we definitely like struggle a lot. But at the same time, like I think some of our drafts have been very hard to execute and play. And if we make one mistake with like just for example like today's draft or the draft against FlyQuest where we're like AP heavy and like someone falls behind, it makes the game very hard to play. So I definitely think we're better than what we've shown this week. But it's hard for me to be like, yeah, like we're the best team in the league at the same time because yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't feel like that. I mean, maybe it's because, you know, last year when we were first place, like you could definitely feel it,
Yeah.
like we
It
were
was
like,
so
oh man,
undisputed. Yeah.
yeah, it definitely felt like we were a lot better than the other teams, but I don't get that same feeling anymore. But maybe we are slightly better, but not by much. Yeah.
And one of the areas in which I think a lot of people have been saying have identified as like an issue or a place where you guys have been struggling is uh feels a lot of people feel like Brox is not integrating into the team correctly, and it's like it just doesn't feel like he's as in sync with you guys, and maybe it goes both ways, maybe it's not entirely on him, but like do you also see there being a lot of like miscommunication or errors or issues that are related to like coordinating with Broxa?
Um, I mean, there's definitely been like times where we haven't been on the same page, just with him and as a team. But it's stuff we are working on. But I don't think like he's fully to blame. Like I said, like I think some of our drafts have made it pretty hard for him to play. So like where we'd have like losing lanes and stuff, and then we'd have to like give up, like jungle camps or crabs because of it. But then we haven't like fully committed to giving it up, and then that like puts him behind. So there's definitely like some stuff that could be more clear, and we definitely need to be more on the same page. But I do think like the community is making it seem worse than it is.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely good good understanding of the situation. I don't think there's too much more else to talk to you about, other than I feel like I see you guys in different jerseys every single week.
Yeah.
So is that true? Are you guys just rotating between all the different Marvel outfits?
I guess so. Like I show up at the facility, I'm like, and I just get handed a new jersey every day. Like it's crazy. I don't even know what comes next. I think we wore the Hulk one, and then this is the Spider-Man one. I
There was
don't
an
think.
X-Men one at one point in time, but I don't know
Oh,
if,
that's right.
yeah, the
Yeah,
yellow one.
yeah. I don't know. Is there more? Maybe we'll have another one next week. I don't know. I actually have no idea. I just show up and I'm handed a new jersey every time. It's crazy.
That's funny. All right. Well, is there anything that you want to say to any of the TL fans out there?
Yeah. I guess, man, I felt like I sounded a bit depressed in this interview, but I don't know. I just have high expectations of us as a team, and it's not because I'm down on the team or anything, but yeah, I mean, we'll keep doing our best we can, and hopefully we'll be in a good spot to playoffs, and we can get back to where we were in the past. And thank you guys for the support.
Yeah. I guess always unfortunate when you beat the first place team, but you feel like you shouldn't have. It's like, what do you
Yeah,
really do with that situation,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, either way, thank you so much, Jensen, for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Do you happen to have a stutter? I used to, and then I got it resolved. That's right. I'd be playing games and they would stutter on me. Just like the frame rate would drop, it'd be a huge issue. Then I went to alienware.com/Travis and I bought, that's not true because I am Travis, so it would make sense that you could go check out Alienware stuff at alienware.com/Travis, Travis 10 off Q2, and you won't have the stuttering in the games anymore when you get an awesome epic rig with NVIDIA graphics, great Intel processor. They got some great stuff over there. Travis 10 off Q2 will save you 10%. And the other thing that helped my stutter was when I subscribed to this YouTube channel. It actually had a lot of health benefits. None of this has been reviewed by any professionals, and I think I'm supposed to say like this has not been reviewed by the FDA or whatever. All I'm saying is subscribe to the channel, and maybe great things will happen. Maybe they won't. We don't know, but it would be great for me. I'd really appreciate it.